Hello, wrestling fans. Welcome back to Grind City Wrestling. I am Dustin Starr. Be sure to take that subscribe button to Slap City wherever you're watching or wherever you're listening at Grind City Media. Also, check out the archives. There are some great interviews with wrestling's biggest stars. GrindCityMedia.com/podcast. Last week, we gave you our top 3 spears of all time. Argue with us. Fight with us if you want. This week, it's the best wrestling we watched all week. Plus, WWE Bad Blood was last week. AEW Wrestle Dream is this Saturday, and so much more. So let's not talk about it. Let's be about it. Introducing my co-host, my tag team partner, one of the best follows in all of Memphis sports. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Devin Walker, baby!
I feel like I'm really slacking this week, bro, because this is a big week in wrestling, and I did not bring in my drawer of 1,000 Rock shirts, I did not pull out one Rock shirt for the show today.
Looks like you got Jade Cargill, or is that Bianca Belair, or what do you got?
This is not either one of them.
This is a wrestling podcast.
Yeah, we could say it's just for the show. This is Bianca Belair. Shout out Agent Wilson, but today you're going to be Bianca Belair.
There we go. Be sure to follow Devin on social media at Devin_Walker 2, or should I call you Devin the Dancer?
I don't know about that. That may be problematic.
You were doing a little bit of a interview over the week, and you were doing a little dancing.
I was doing a little dancing. Can you dance? I've seen you dance before.
I got this one here. Oh, yeah. That's about all I got. Where my Mackenzie Morgan?
He's doing that in this goofy pink shirt.
What's the matter with my pink shirt?
Do the shoulder shuffle while you're at it. Oh my God.
Gio Savage says you got to put your hands on your knees. You got to lean over, and you got to roll those shoulders, Devin. Shout out to my man, Gio Savage.
This is how we're starting this podcast.
Gio Savage, shout out. He wrestled Jay Lethal on Memphis Wrestling this week.
He did. I need y'all to clip that for me. I need a compilation of Dustin 5-star dancing.
Please don't. This man right here wearing a Stone Cold Steve Austin vest.
I did do that
over the weekend, doing interviews that had nothing to do with wrestling, by the way.
That also did happen. Why would I need to be about wrestling?
I love it.
I'll come. I told you, bro, I'm waiting for the invite. I will come to the Wrestle Center and interview fans at the Wrestle Center.
It's an open invite. You should have been there on Sunday. First of all, let me get this out of the way. The pink shirt.
Open practice.
Pink shirt is, we had family photos today with baby Rowan.
Is that size medium?
This is a medium. My Maria knows the size.
We got to get you a bigger size, bro.
This Sunday, dude, or last Sunday, Danhausen was there.
Your biggest show ever?
Look, Danhausen had people lined up from the VIP table all the way outside the Wrestle Center.
That's a good little turnout.
Love that Danhausen.
Is that? Would you say that's your biggest show you've had?
I would say that's the biggest show that we've had. I actually talked to Danhausen. I love to give him his props, and especially right here on the podcast, because this dude's not a WWE guy.
Yeah.
I know he was signed with AEW, but he's not an AEW guy.
Yeah.
This guy became famous, has a cult following just through his hard work and his character creation alone. And so I had to tell him, I was like, brother, you sold tickets like 2-time Hall of Famer Booker T.
Yeah.
Unreal.
He did.
He was fantastic.
Look, bro, some of those guys on the internet, they really do have a following, and you saw a small glimpse of it at the Wrestle Center. I'm looking forward to see the show because, like I said, I told you I've retired from going to Wrestle Center shows because I love to see it on Saturdays. So that's all. That's
you got to pull up and do the interview. You should have interviewed the undead bride, Sue Young. She was awesome, very popular.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
When you talk to Danhausen, do you talk to him with his face paint on or no?
Yes, I did.
So you had
absolutely.
You had a conversation with a guy in face paint.
We did business. I've told you about the Boogeyman story off air.
Oh, yeah. You want to say it on the air?
I literally had to argue with this grown-ass man wearing a trench coat and Boogeyman face paint. I'll never forget it. I could get dementia. I could get CTE and will never forget arguing with Boogeyman with his face paint on.
And 3 teeth. But that's fine.
And worms.
Let me know when you want to tell the story on the show because I'm here for it.
I might get in big
Fans,
trouble.
y'all, when y'all hear this story, is one for the books.
Maybe you tell the story for me.
Okay, just give me a script.
Listen, WWE, do me a favor. Sign Sue Young.
Oh, okay.
She was so freaking good, and her gimmick is so awesome. It's like
the
spooky.
Undead Bride.
The Undead Bride. She was absolutely fantastic. And then also you mentioned Open Practice. I was not there, but guess who was at the Wrestle Center immediately after Open Practice?
Who?
Pete Pranica and Super Grizz
Oh, it's Super Grizz there.
left Halloween Spooktacular, brother. Super Grizz made a special appearance. You guys will see that coming up on October 26th. That'll air.
Low places, bro.
Halloween Spooktacular.
I got friends in low places in the Suskies. I don't know that song.
Go right ahead.
Yeah,
I don't know. You went right way off track.
Go ahead. Best
Anything
wrestling
cool
we watched.
happened this weekend for you?
No, best wrestling, bro. I think the coolest thing for me is watching. I got to Bad Blood, bro. I think for me, it's probably one of the best premium live events, which is so funny to me that they put emphasis on saying PLE now.
Yes.
They make sure you don't say pay-per-views anymore.
They buy in and they want you to buy in. That's
Yes.
like we never call the Wrestle Center the building. We're not going to the building. We're going to the Wrestle Center.
For the rest, and you convert people to say in the Wrestle Center every
Yes.
time they go there. So I've heard PLEs enough in my brain that now I call them PLEs. I think Bad Blood was one of the best PLEs they've had in a very long time.
My question was going to be, give me your best wrestling that you watched all week, and why was it WWE Bad Blood?
Oh, 100%. It
was awesome.
Easily. The only issue is picking what was my favorite match, right? From the Hell in a Cell match with Punk and McIntyre, from the
Off the charts.
yeah, amazing. Also, like McIntyre getting busted open, like
I can't even tell you
bro,
how I would react, or how my wife
if
would
somebody
react.
cracked you and you just start,
16 staples
you just
in your head.
CM
Now,
Punk cracked him, bro.
you notice they did a pan out. This is the first time they've had
Yeah,
blood
pan
on
the
purpose
crowd,
in a while.
pan
So
the
they
crowd.
panned out big, and it looked immaculate because there were so many people there. The cage, it just looked really cool. But it was for the referee to give them a towel
Yeah,
to wipe the blood out of their eyes.
Because it was bad. Like,
Yes.
it was like McIntyre was gushing blood.
And then when the blood came back and it was gushing, probably even worse, you can see McIntyre throw the towel
Yeah, he
away
was
like,
like,
I don't
"Screw this."
want it.
Yeah.
And then the referee was like, no, for real.
No, seriously, this is not joking. Take the damn towel,
For
bro.
real, you got to take the towel.
Wipe the damn blood off your face.
So he goes, real quick, throws it.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here with that.
Yeah, so that was dope. I thought that was cool. Like you had a 10-month feud kind of culminate in a Hell in a Cell match. You get Punk get the win.
Did the right person win?
I think
I don't know.
that's I really for me, bro. At this
Punk
point,
came out on Raw and he's kind of doing the whole thing like he doesn't know where he's going next. And there was a tease with Seth Rollins. If you're doing that, man, I feel like Drew is a beast.
yeah, Drew is a dog.
I mean,
sure.
he's one of the best.
I would never be invested in Drew McIntyre, but I would never not admit how good he is.
He's big. He's jacked. He can talk.
2, 3.
I was going to save this for later, but that Claymore that he missed.
Oh,
and
the
he
one
hit
on the stairs,
lower back
That
on the
shit-
stairs.
That shit looked like it
Ooh,
hurt so bad.
Man. All right, best wrestling you watched all week.
It's Bad Blood, but like I said, I was going through the matches, and it's hard to pick between that, the Hell in a Cell match, the women's title match, that kind of had a botch in it, but whatever. We'll
Very strange.
We'll give that away because
It's almost like they tried to do a little too much.
Raquel Rodriguez is horrible.
No.
Trash.
I love Raquel
Bro, her
Rodriguez.
gimmick is to show my back muscles. That shit is horrible. Her gimmick is let me show you my back muscles.
She's
that is
got back muscles.
That's a terrible gimmick, bro.
Devin,
this is
stand
not
up.
1993, bro.
Stand up, remove your shirt, and show us your back
I'm
muscles.
not showing you my back muscles on it. That's a terrible gimmick. You do it. You got the small shirt on. Raquel Rodriguez, terrible gimmick, but I'm gonna fast forward to the main event. We had
There we
Roman
go.
Reigns and Cody versus Solo and their werewolf, Samoan werewolf.
Jacob Fatu.
And I'm gonna start with this, bro. First of all, you had the UAPB band sing Cody's theme song. I saw some people on Twitter complaining about it, but they didn't understand why they were doing that. I thought it looked dope.
They're not connected.
You had the Majorettes doing their thing while Cody sings, comes out. I thought that was a 10 out of 10.
I love it. It humanizes Cody too, because Cody saw that online like everybody else, and
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. And I'm just making this up. I have no idea. Cody, I would
No,
imagine,
recklessly
went and
speculate.
said, "Hey, I want this to happen.
Yep.
Let's,
At Bad Blood.
let's show some love."
We're already celebrating the culture at Bad Blood. We have Lil Baby in the crowd. We got Metro Boomin doing the promo for us.
Boomin.
We got Lil Yachty doing backstage promos with Triple H. Why not? You know what I'm saying?
Sexy Red was on
Sexy
Monday
Red
Night
was on
Raw.
Monday Night Raw. Opened up a Raw yesterday. So I think I commend WWE for really tapping into the culture, because little do they know the culture is we love wrestling.
Back in the day, it felt like they were tapped into the culture when it was a little bit older, Liberace and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
Wendy Richter and all that. And then it seems like they kind of dabbled a little bit. But I feel like since Vince has been gone,
Yes.
they are like on it.
On it, and I love it. Like for the promo videos of Bad Blood and everything, all that was dope. But the best wrestling I saw all week, everybody watched the match. The match was cool. It was dope. I thought the match was over with, bro. So we had the return of Jimmy Uso, which is super cool. I thought that was the cream of the crop.
Did you call that play?
Crescendo. I did call that play.
Did you call that play?
I think I called that play.
You called that play for me?
He called that play for me. That was a dope moment too from Roman and Jimmy. I thought that was the end, 5-star. I thought that was we're gonna end the show here. Jimmy comes back. They get the pin, 1, 2, 3, but we have Cody and Roman in the middle of the ring. Having a moment.
It was very cool that there was rumors
yes.
of Brock Lesnar. There was rumors of The Rock. There was rumors of Jimmy Uso. All these rumors are swirling. The Wise Man.
Yes.
And so when you get Jimmy, it's like, okay,
yeah, they're
done.
And the way they did it, it was super cool. He sneaks up behind him, pulls the thing down, and he's like, that was cool. So you said, you thought that was the end. Cody and Roman standing in the middle of the ring. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. The lights go out. The final boss walks out with that belt. I still don't understand why he has it.
Let's talk about it for 2 seconds. The Rock is so cool and wants to look so cool that he has to have a championship.
A championship belt.
Because you don't know if he's a wrestler unless he has a championship belt on his shoulder.
So he comes out with the belt. He says no words. No words.
He did give us
he gave us a mini countdown, whatever he's doing.
3 or something.
3?
I don't know.
He didn't say words. But, bro, we felt the impact. So, shout out to The Rock. The best wrestling I saw all week was the final boss. One of the greatest, I don't give a damn what anybody says, one of the greatest heel wrestlers in this short run in the last 15 years. Debate me if you want. The final boss return. It's my best wrestler of the week.
Was it enough?
Yes.
He just came to the top of the ramp.
That's all he needed to do. Sometimes less is more.
So we have to wait till SmackDown.
His presence, 5-star, is what we needed. The presence of the final boss.
I tuned in late for the main event for Monday Night Raw because we had training on Monday and all that kind of stuff. So I'm tuning in, and then there was no Monday Night Raw on. And
2 hours, man.
I was like, wait a second. I thought maybe The Rock would be in the final segment. But yeah, it was 2 hours. I tuned into the 3rd hour. So I like Monday Night Raw being 3 hours.
The one that didn't exist. He tuned into the hour that didn't exist.
I literally, I was rewinding. I was like, where's Monday Night Raw? And I was like, oh yeah, it's 2 hours. It did not feel right.
They also rushed the hell out of the show. If you will go back and watch it, you can tell that they're gonna have to get adjusted to getting that 2 hour in because they were rushing promos.
I don't think it'll be long though, right?
Matches. Yeah.
I think Netflix will be 3 hours.
Yeah.
So
final boss return, the greatest heel in the last 15 years. You heard it here first.
SmackDown, we got to check that out. Maybe we'll get a little bit of more from The Rock and why he was there. Is he against Cody? Is he against Roman? Is he against both of them?
That's the best. That's why I said like less is more, right? Because he just the two guys are in the middle of the ring. He walks out. He doesn't say a damn thing. He just does and Cody and Roman are like, is he talking to?
And then social media just absolutely explodes.
By the way, too, I'm speaking hyperboles on this show already. I say he's the greatest heel in the last 15 years. This Rock Final Boss theme song may be his greatest theme song out of all his theme songs.
I think they all sound the same.
It's like a hint of his old theme song, but like a new bad guy flavor.
Yeah.
And I love it. Then he cuts the promo afterwards where he talk about the photo of Dusty Rhodes on the wall.
He talks about everybody that's on the trailers. My hero. I hate your son, but you're my hero. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It gives me goosebumps.
Ouch. All right, best wrestling I watched all week was Hell in a Cell.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. They did stuff that we didn't think they would do. CM Punk hits Drew McIntyre in the head with a freaking toolbox.
Do you like that they cut him up in the hard way? Because he did get busted up in the hard way.
That was definitely an accident. There's no way that you plan to knock 16 staples into somebody's head. Now, CM Punk was bleeding before that. I think that one was totally planned. And maybe Drew was going to bleed anyway, but not by a hard way on a freaking toolbox. But I think the bump of the match, though, was that Claymore. When he missed that, if you guys, now this is kind of stupid that I said that, but when you guys touch the ring steps at Monday Night Raw, you almost touch them like, holy crap, they hit these things? They really are extremely heavy. They're very sharp and pointy, especially on the edges. So for him to take that dive for the Claymore and hit his lower back first, I'm surprised it didn't slice him open.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So
it's legit.
So Five. So thanks for like kind of filling our fans in because I think there's a lot of people that think like those because they use the steps so much. People think that they're like these little light.
Oh no,
2-pound steps that people because like come on, bro. Like
they are heavy.
Yeah.
They are super heavy. The steps at the Wrestle Center are super heavy. And they're not even made of this steel or whatever this metal is that's made with WWE. And they're not plastic. You've got 500-pound dudes walking up those ring steps. They've got to be really sturdy, and they're extremely heavy. And I know when you see the guys pick them up over their head, it's kind of like, those got to be gimmicked or something. No, those guys are strong.
Strong as hell.
They're super strong.
When Drew deadlifted CM Punk from the other side of the ring to the table, I was like, God damn.
That was awesome, going through off the top rope to the floor. Very good stuff.
So dope.
A couple of more notes from Bad Blood. I don't know if you saw it or not, but Goldberg.
Yeah.
Goldberg. I know you were hating that. I was thinking of you the whole time.
Why were you thinking about me?
Goldberg was, because you hate on Goldberg every chance you get.
I do.
The number one spear of all time is Goldberg.
I said I agree with that.
Number 2 is Roman Reigns.
Okay, that's when I said this not right.
And number 3 is the man beast Rhino.
Yeah. She talking about Goldberg though.
Goldberg, they were in Atlanta, Georgia. When you see Goldberg post on social media that he's there, I knew instantly something's got to happen.
And he had a son next to him.
Who, by the way, we watched grow up. This guy was a scrawny little kid. Now he's playing for Colorado.
And I think you say playing very loosely.
The fans were there for, it doesn't matter. He's going to be a wrestler. Come on. Let's be honest. This dude going to play football?
There's no chance.
Hell no. He's going to be in the WWE.
Just like Braun Breaker, bro. He was not playing.
He might have signed a contract at Bad Blood, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
But Goldberg, if you, look, fans like you don't like him.
Okay, don't say don't like, because I have Goldberg t-shirts at home.
Yeah, but like now you're off board.
Yeah.
You liked him back then because it's the nostalgia of growing up and watching him. Now you're like, hey, he's done. Yeah. The fans love him. He's going to wrestle at Saudi Arabia, I think.
Okay, let's talk about that. I'm glad you brought up Saudi Arabia. Out of all the things that Triple H has done in his tenure as the kind of the guy at WWE, can you tell me one thing you care about less than him unveiling a damn Saudi Arabia championship?
It reminded me of Tony Khan. Tony Khan, I know you're not watching this, but if you are, we love you to death. But these major announcements are not major announcements.
They're not.
And when they said that Triple H was going to make an announcement.
A major announcement?
A major announcement. I'm thinking,
He unveils a damn Saudi Arabia championship.
We were at Dave & Buster's watching this, and we were thinking, oh, sweet, it's going to be the Women's Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
And then I saw the Crown Jewel logo on the podium, and I thought, there's no way they're doing the Intercontinental. They didn't even want the women to wrestle in Saudi Arabia. They can now, and that was allegedly the whole point of WWE wanting to be there.
Yeah.
For the women's rights and what have you. But they unveiled that there's going to be another Crown Jewel championship, and it was like, Dave & Buster's was like,
yeah, why? What's the point?
I thought Braun Strowman already won that a couple years ago.
Yeah, what's the point?
I have no idea.
It's so dumb. But no.
And then champion versus champion is cool, but don't we get that at Survivor Series?
What, the Crown Jewel champion versus
Well, you have Gunther versus Cody coming up.
That'd be dope.
And then you've got the women's champion versus the women. You've got the champions versus champions at Crown Jewel.
Yeah, that's weird. It's so weird.
Last thing on Bad Blood, and then we'll move on because I want to talk a little bit about Wrestle Dream, if you want to.
Sure.
Dom in the shark cage, I think, was a big miss for me.
It didn't hit as much as I thought it was. I like the little spot they did where he falls out and Rhea just beats the hell out of him with the kendo stick.
But how did the cage door open?
Yeah.
I mean, I felt like that maybe, Liv or somebody from the Judgment Day throws some keys up there to him, and then now he's like nervous trying to, unlock this cage, and then when he does unlock it, then he falls out, but instead the door just opens and he falls out. Now I know why they want him to fall out, because he's hanging like a piñata. They're going to beat the crap out of him with this kendo stick.
Which was cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
I don't know. It was just weird getting there.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned Raquel Rodriguez. I thought it was really cool to put her in that spot. It was a little anticlimactic because we didn't really get a finish on the match.
Yeah, and she was and she looked like she was confused.
Well, she put Liv on top of Rhea. I think the referee saw the interference and had no choice but to disqualify her. So the whole finish was kind of screwed. It might have been the worst return of all time, but I love Raquel Rodriguez, and I'm glad that she's in the Judgment Day.
Hey, look, the crowd reacted to Raquel Rodriguez the way I react to her. They did this. She comes out. They said, no pop, No cheer, no claps. Who is this bitch?
Wasn't she partners with Liv before, though? Who was her partner before?
I don't, bro. I'm telling you, I don't.
Hold on.
She doesn't. As much as you try to convince me, Raquel Rodriguez does not move the needle, bro. You showing me your back muscles is not a gimmick.
Hey, she's got them.
This is not 1994, bro. This is not Chris Masters, bro. The back muscles is not a gimmick, bro. I'm sorry. Raquel Rodriguez, I am out on her.
She was tag team partners with Liv Morgan.
Good for her.
As
So
far as
happy
what I
for
can
you,
see.
Raquel Rodriguez.
Yes, they were women's tag team champions together by the looks of it here.
You are so. Like,
No, I'm wrong. It was Alea.
you're trying to.
I'm wrong. Scrap
You're
that.
trying so hard to put her over, but the crowd didn't react.
I like her.
Dustin,
Give her a couple of weeks. She'll
the
get
crowd
over it.
did not react to her, bro.
I'm not saying that they didn't, but WWE Bad Blood was awesome.
It was great. Okay, so look, this one more thing on this, and then we can keep going. This tells you the difference, right? Jimmy Uso shows back up. What did the crowd do?
Pop.
Raquel Rodriguez shows up. What did the crowd do? Hey. Who's that?
Be nice.
Who is that?
Just wait a couple of weeks. She'll be over.
Who is that? Raquel. Oh,
Moving on, AEW Wrestle
Trash.
Dream is this Saturday. You can watch absolutely free at Dave and Buster's in Memphis. When you walk in, head to the right over there at the dining area. We've got the sound. Also, there's college football on. Whatever else is on, you can watch AEW Wrestle Dream. It's free. Plus, we'll hook you up with a free power card. That's coming up this Saturday. I think it's like 6 or 7 o'clock. Hey, it was weird that Bad Blood came on at 5 p.m. Central. That threw everybody off.
yeah, it was weird.
I was late.
It was weird, but we still tapped in though. We still tapped in, even if we were late. We're tapped in.
Big
Good
match
show.
for AEW Wrestle Dream is Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley. Does Moxley dethrone Bryan Danielson and retire Bryan Danielson once and for all?
Okay, I think I'm about to be an a-hole again for the second time. I don't care about anything Daniel Bryanson does anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what I've got. I don't know what made me get to this point.
I mean, even though it's the end of his career?
Even when he shows up on Dynamite, I turn the TV off.
I cannot believe
that. I don't know what he did, but like I'm just not intrigued by anything Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan, whatever the hell his name is, whatever he does. I don't know what happened.
Bryan Danielson defends the AEW World Championship against Jon Moxley, a former stablemate. Moxley turned his back on him along with the Blackpool Combat Club, and now Bryan Danielson says he's going to retire once he loses the AEW Championship. I don't know that he's had it long enough, but I think that Jon Moxley retiring him, being a stablemate and all that kind of stuff, also a former WWE guy, I feel like Moxley could do it, but I don't know if this is going to be the end.
What are the other matches at that show?
Will Ospreay versus Ricochet blew up the internet the other day with their match from Dynamite. Did you see it?
I saw clips of it.
Did you like it?
I was looking forward to it because I thought it was going to be a banger, but I saw a couple clips that I was like, it was
I didn't
all right.
like it.
You
I
didn't like it? What did you not like? It's too much
just don't like it.
gymnastics? Go ahead and say it. Too much gymnastics.
It
Go
is.
ahead,
It's
be
too
a
much
hater.
gymnastics. You and I would never do that if we started throwing down. And I try not to put. What am I going to do? I'm going to do a front flip over this desk and kick your ass down.
You know what else I would not do if we were in a fight? I wouldn't throw you against the ropes and you would come back to me.
I am so glad you said that. So sidebar here. When anybody comes up to you and says, hey, you know wrestling's fake, right?
No shit.
It's like, what's your first reason for saying that? Why would you ever throw a guy off the ropes and him come back? Okay? That ends the conversation right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely incredible.
Does not make sense. By the way, the people that do that too, I know I have a rant per show, but the guy who responds to us and says, you know it's fake, right? Do you watch movies, idiot?
Love that.
You
I love
watch
it.
TVs, idiot?
It's like they think
It's all fake.
It's like they think we're still trying to make you believe that it's real.
No, we know it's not real.
It's supposed to be good enough to where it looks kind of real,
exactly.
but you know it's not because it's television.
And I love when the semi-real spots leak in, like the McIntyre spot. Like when as soon as he hit him, I knew immediately. I was like, that was not supposed to happen.
Right.
I was like, that dude is bleeding way too much.
You got Ospreay, Ricochet, and Takeshita all for the international championship. So Takeshita was the one that interfered and ruined the Ospreay-Ricochet one-on-one match. I don't know how many stars Dave Meltzer gave it, but he probably gave it 10. We'll see what the triple threat match does on Wrestle Dream. I don't know that you take the title off Ospreay there. Mark Briscoe, the Ring of Honor World Champion, is going to defend against Chris Jericho, or should I say the Learning Tree Chris Jericho, and I do not like this Learning Tree stuff. But the promo that happened on Dynamite was that Chris Jericho said, Mark Briscoe, you can't beat me, but maybe your brother Jay could have.
Ooh, that's kind of a bar.
And the fans were like, whoa, snap.
Yeah, that's actually kind of a bar.
Yeah.
That's how you get some heel heat right there, buddy.
He definitely did. So Mark Briscoe versus Chris Jericho for the Ring of Honor
This
World
does not
title.
sound like a show that I want to tap into so far. Keep going down.
No, I think the Darby Allin calling for an open challenge, and I think it was answered by Brody King, so we get to see Brody King kill Darby Allin again.
Yeah, that's fine. I saw Shelton Benjamin show up on AEW. I said, ha, 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 ha.
Oh.
I saw MVP show up on AEW.
Glad you said that.
Like, wow.
Bobby Lashley has signed an AEW contract.
So he shows up at Wrestle Dream?
So they will have, absolutely, and I believe it'll be the Hurt Business. Now, I ask you this. If the Hurt Business is so popular and so successful, then why did the WWE let it go?
That's a great question. I'm
You
going to
know
let you
why?
just let you let. Oh, what? Why?
You want me to tell you why?
Why?
Because I don't think it's as popular as what people think that it is.
I don't really like it.
WWE would not let something go that's that popular.
I don't really like it. I mean, I'm a young black dude. I don't even really like it.
You think of,
I don't really like. I'm usually like a fan of like black factions and everything else, but like, I wasn't really like a big Hurt Business fan.
why?
It just wasn't like. I think it was probably because of Lashley.
Was it?
Yeah,
I thought he was the focal point of that
I think
thing.
I think I've always been an anti-Lashley guy.
But I just think that if you've got an MVP, a Shelton Benjamin, and then you also have Bobby Lashley, and I know they had somebody else in the group. Oh gosh, what's his name? Anyway, you have those three guys. Those are all three guys that are getting paid very, very handsomely. And if it's not working, then you can't continue to do it. So I feel like they disbanded from WWE, and now AEW's like, hey, let's pick up this nice shiny object that we think everybody loves, like Sasha Banks. And I read a report recently that that's the biggest bust in AEW history.
Oh, it's been horrible. I feel like I'm being like the super pessimistic person on the show now. I'm usually like the guy that loves everything, but like I've been like crapping on everybody. Bobby Lashley got crapped on.
Did you get up on the wrong side of the bed?
Raquel Rodriguez got crapped on. Daniel Bryan got crapped on.
I love them all.
Sorry, guys.
AEW Wrestle Dream coming up this Saturday. You can watch absolutely free at Dave & Buster's. Keep this in mind, too. Like, AEW has a lot of guys on the bench. Miro just asked for his release.
Yep.
Could be headed back to WWE. Scorpio Sky is lingering somewhere. Why can they not get
Where
this
the
guy
hell
on
is
television?
Scorpio Sky?
He did a pre-tape where he was trying to get into the private party or something just a couple of weeks ago, and then it disappeared. You got Wardlow somewhere as well.
Bro, where is
Although Kip Sabian, look, you're yawning on AEW.
Yeah,
Kip
I am.
Sabian's on television doing something while all these other guys are on the bench. Ricky Starks, he's on the bench. Powerhouse Hobbs is another.
Dude, they have way too many stars just like not doing anything. Except they're using like Taniske Tatashka on every Wednesday show.
Takeshka.
Whatever. You got the point.
All right, winding things down here on Grind City Wrestling. Got a lot going on. Actually, I don't have a huge weekend, but we've got Grizz back this week.
Grizz basketball's back. We're here. We're back.
I've got rehearsals. Got a preseason game.
Yeah, we're lit.
I hate that I missed open practice.
Are you
but
wearing that to a rehearsal?
You want me to wear this to rehearsal?
Please wear your nipples out of rehearsal, please.
My nipples are out?
Yes, bro.
Hold on, I gotta move my computer. So.
He actually showed his nipples.
These my
What is
nipples?
wrong with this dude? And he jumped.
What?
This
I'm
guy.
gonna go get some new gear. Got to go get some new swag here
This
at
guy,
FedEx Forum.
man. This man out here with his nipples out.
All right, this Saturday is Wrestle Dream. Come watch with us at Dave & Buster's. Then Sunday, October 27th, Mr. USA WWE Hall of Famer Tony Atlas is coming to Memphis Wrestling. Also, Tugboat, Typhoon, and Shockmaster. They're all the same dude. They're going to be there as well. November 17th is Butterbean, and then Top Dollar is coming back in December
back?
for Milestone 200 and our Grind City Rumble. What you got going on?
We got Grizzlies basketball. We got Tigers football. We got life. We got getting ready for the season. We're just here, bro. I'm just trying to figure out more ideas so I can go invade people's space and report on stuff. So
Can't wait. Next week, I've got a game that we're going to play right here on Grind City
I like
Wrestling.
games.
But until then, I am Dustin Starr. He is Devin Walker, baby,
And
saying...
I am your final boss.
So long, everybody. One's up, baby.